In today's video, we are going to learn about how to trade with Evenodd bot and just be able to make $10 per day very easily, because I know some of you might have lost a lot when you trade online, but there are ways you can be able to try to at least get some small dollars online very easily using Evenodd bot in a very cunning way. So I want to show you that particular trick so that you understand. I'll show you two ways on which you can be able to use Evenodd bot and try to earn some money online using binary bots. So the main reason why people lose, first of all, you should not lose hope, because there is nothing that is quite very easy to get. Because if you keep on losing when you meet an obstacle or a challenge, then it means that you'll always decide to give up in life. So one thing you should not be able to do with binary option is don't give up. Try to learn as much as possible so that you are able to understand how things are working out. Number two, we'll be looking at two kinds of strategies that can assist you be able to work out. So you better choose one option, one strategy, and work with it. Understand its side, its limitation and its advantage, because there is no strategy that is 100%. So you mitigate and look at the possibility or the probability of the win-loss ratio. So once you understand that, then it becomes quite easy for you to be able to trade on binary. All right. So I want to go directly into that. So one thing I will tell you is that every time you always start a bot, it will always begin with these three patterns. Number one, it will either lose, as you can see this one. When I began, it lost, then recovered, then recovered. And if you count very well, you realize that one thing, that it usually starts like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So these fast trades, almost the first 10 trades, are usually very profitable. So if you can be able to hack that and understand how the bot usually works, then it's usually quite very simple. Because more basically, if it wins here, then just expect either to lose and gain again. All right. So if you have a small account and you want to raise it and get $10 per day, there are two options on which you can do that. Number one, I want to clear this because I think I've explained to you that so that you are able to know. I want to clear this and test for you as you see. So I want to begin this bot, and then you look at the patterns on how the bot behaves. So let's see what it will behave. If the possibility is half, it's either gain or lose. It's either gains or lose. Okay, so that's a loss. So let's see the second one. If it loses the second one, I'm quite sure the third one it won't lose. It has lost. So let's wait for the third one. It has lost. Okay, it has I don't know why the market is quite tricky. It has lost, so it means the market is quite volatile when you see that, right? So let's try it again. That was the first option. Now if you realize the market is that way, then you don't trade when you're testing it on that account. So let's try it again and see, because that pattern usually at least repeat itself. So we expect that the first one it will get if the market is not quite volatile, and then it was supposed to lose and then later gain. Let's see. It has gotten it. It has lost because it's odd, right? It's odd, so it had to lose. Okay, this even it has gotten. So this is the pattern I was trying to talk about. So more basically or generally, maybe on extreme conditions or extreme conditions where the bot behaved the way it was behaving earlier, but it always start either with most the first time you just like maybe you logged in last 24 hours ago, it will always start with a win, then goes to a win and then maybe a loss, or it will start with a loss, then a win, then a loss. All right. So if you are using that strategy, you will try to test it and see. So you will try and see. Basically, the first time you realize that the first five trades, the bot will basically have a positive profit. So I think the reason why it lost it because I've left it run for a while. So that's the reason why. Okay, let's test the last one and see if the pattern will repeat itself. Let's test the third one and see if the pattern will repeat itself. All right, so let's see. It's scanning the market. So that's basically what you can be able to do. Okay, let's see. It has lost because it picked odd, and that is even. Okay, let's see what will happen in the second part. It is odd, it has gotten it. So this is the pattern I was trying to say. So most basically, if the bot has not been able to access your account for the first 24 hours, and you test it on your account and you realize actually it's working well, this is the pattern I've realized that it always behave this way. So you can decide to trade the first. If the first loses, then it will automatically pick the second one. So how can we be able to do that? So when you're coming to your settings here, what you need to do is do this. If that's the profit and maybe your profit, just put it 0.1, okay, and then your stop loss, let it remain to 10, and then first stake, let it that be 1, and then that one, all those one remain. So why am I putting 0.1? The main reason I'm putting 0.1 as a profit is because immediately it picks the profit, which is 0.96, the bot will stop. Okay, the bot will stop. So that if I fear losing, then it will immediately, once it gets the profit, then it stops. Then I move into another thing. So let me run it and you see what. Okay, let me clear this first. You need to clear this first before you enter into any kind of trade. So let's see what will happen. Okay, it has bought. It has gotten immediately, you see. Sorry, it lost. Oh, that was odd and it was even. So it has gotten it. Okay, it has gotten it. This is this was odd. I thought it was even, so I was thinking it has picked even, because 0 is even and not odd. So this is the strategy I use sometimes, especially when I realize that the market is quite volatile. And so I put that particular point, and that's the reason why you realize the bot has stopped. Why? It has reached the profit. Okay. Now, strategy number 2, of which you can use even odd, is you can put your profit target, or maybe 10, or let me say maybe 5. Let me use easier one. And then you put your stake as 1 or 0.35, depending with the target you want to achieve on that particular day. And then right stop loss, let it remain that way. Okay, and then that's all. I think we're okay. So I want to run it so that the first 5 or the first 10 runs, we will be able to see the pattern of the behavior of that particular bot, because most of the time when you run the bot so much, it always run into losses. So you run it for quite a very short time and then leave the market. So let's see the first 5 runs if the bot will run well. I don't know how the market's right now, but let's see what will happen. Okay, that's even, it has lost. Okay, that's audit lost, so means the market, it's quite volatile, so it's not very wise to trade at this particular time. It has gotten, so you see here it lost, but the third one, it got it, as I was explaining earlier. It's on a very rare occasion when it goes continuously. When you see that it has gone continuously, and then you understand the market is quite volatile. It will lose here because this is odd and not even. Okay, so let's see. Odd, it has gotten. One is odd. So those are the first 5 runs. Okay, let's see. Let's go to up to 10 and see what will happen if we'll run into losses or we'll run into gains. Okay, let's see. It has gotten, so we are at 3.12. We only need, I think, 2 runs and 3 runs, and we'll be at $5. And we'll be at $5. Oh, it has lost. All right, so even it has gotten, we are at 4.12. So if it wins, then we are done. So your $5, you have your $5. So it has lost. We only expect 1. If it by chance it picks the win in the last run, so it will be, we run 10 runs and we have our profit. Even it has gotten, we are done. We are done. So you can decide to do this at specific time. So maybe you decide when you wake up in the morning, you run the bot and get your 5 profits. Then in the evening, and more basically I like doing it past 10, because at 10 going onwards, according to your specific areas or regions where you are, your time, most of that particular time, most people are asleep. So the internet is not that congested. So it runs well without any problem. So that's the reason why most people trade at night, because there is no congestion at that particular time. So this is how you can be able to get $10 per day. So you do this maybe in the morning, and then you do the same thing in the evening, and you particularly choose specific time. If you decide that you trade at 6 a.m., do that particular day, and when you lose, just leave it. So if there are 2 trades you'll be doing, 2 trade cycles you'll be doing per day to achieve your target. If one loses, don't leave the other one. All right, so if it's 7 a.m. in the morning and 10 p.m. in the evening, those are the only scenarios where you will be trading and you'll be able to achieve $10 per day. All right, so that's the strategy you can use. Or another strategy I've shown you is where you just put here a profit of 0.1 and then you trade 10 times, because once it runs into a profit, it will stop. Once it runs into a profit, it will stop, and then you have your $10 per day. That's all I wanted to show you. This is a very nice strategy you can use actually to make money per day, especially when you have a very nice account. So try this. If you have a small account, also it works, but when you are using a small account, ensure you put where the stake to be 0.35, so that wherever it runs into many losses, it will be able to recover at a particular time. But if your account is good, like $250, you can try this particular method, and I'm quite sure you'll be able to get something at the end of the month or at the end of the day. So thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe to this channel, click the notification bell, and leave a comment in the section below. By doing that, you run into the high chances of me giving you a super bot about that trades on all kinds of markets, and trades on all kinds of market, and will be able to show videos on how that works. If you want a free bot, please check my description. I've outlined how you can be able to get a free bot. So thank you so much for watching. Please see you in my next video.